Alright, Reaper users and people who might think about contemplating using Reaper. Alright, so I just picked up this device. It's called a Contour Shuttle Express. It's been around for about 10 years, but I didn't know about it till recently. And it's really mostly video editing software controlling hardware. So, you can order them on B&H, but you cannot order them on Sweetwater or Sounds or Reverb or any of those sorts of pro audio websites. So this, even though it's for video editing, you can use it for DAWs like Reaper and Cubase and that sort of thing. So I was having a little bit of a issue, and I was struggling internally with the decision of getting rid of a keyboard that was a Williams Allegro 2, and it had weighted keys, but it did not have any MIDI controls, and it did not have any DAW controls. And so I ended up getting this Launch Key 88, which is a Focusrite product made by Novation. And, it has the 8 faders and 8 record arm buttons, and it has a transport. And for a little while there, I was having a hard time getting Reaper to understand record means when I push down that it records and keeps on recording. Reaper recognized it as though I was pushing down, and then that was one action, and then when I pulled back up, there was a secondary action, and it stopped the recording, and the recording was only just a little slice. It was just like a half of a second or a quarter second worth of recording. So I'm going to end up mapping this with actions. I've already done it a little bit. I've already got to the point in Reaper where if you use the wheel, you can get it to, what's going on here? Reaper's over here. Okay. So if you use the wheel, it works in Reaper. And I noticed that you can't use the action scrub or jog. You have to go forward 1 beat or back 1 beat with this Contour Shuttle Express for the center dial control, because it does go beyond 360 degrees, but you can feel the clicks. Click, click, click. It's one increment. And the most narrowed in on a project you can get, zoomed or not zoomed, with this is by the beat. So 1 click is 1 beat. You can go forward 1 beat or back 1 beat. I was trying to assign jog or scrub to this, like the action, and it would not do it. But I noticed that as soon as I got the center wheel assigned to 1 beat for every click, that this outer wheel does more of a scrub, and it's very fast. So we'll see what happens with that. It seems very smooth, and when I go on the outer wheel and turn far right, the outer wheel is interesting because it always clicks back to the center, and I didn't realize it was going to do that. So it goes about 180 degrees to the left, and then it clicks back to the center. It's spring loaded, and then 180 to the right, and then springs loads back to the center. But when it clicks back to the center, if you're using it to scrub, the cursor stops moving where it sits. So that's good. And then these other outside 5 buttons, I was going to make something else in the actions menu. I was thinking about making the outer ones stop and save, and then all, and then stop and delete all. And make one split, make one the mixer, and make one back to the start. And then I'm also going to try to map these as well. So let's do that. So I'm going to put this up here. You guys can just hang out with me for a second while I mess with this. Make sure this is still going here. Alright, so we're still rocking and rolling over here. Okay, so let's map some things here. We'll go to the Actions menu, show action list. We want to make stop, delete all. So let's say stop and delete all. Stop, delete all. Transport, stop recording. You know what? Stop and delete all. Let's say transport. Okay, decrease play right. Go forward a little bit, backward a little bit. Stop recording. Start, stop, start, stop. Okay, start, stop. Right, next, stop, delete all recorded media. No, don't want that. Transport, stop and save all recorded media. That's probably what we want. So, stop and save all recorded media. Okay. Save all recorded media. Okay, so let's do that. Transport, stop, save all recorded media. So, oh, I'm not even on the right screen. So here we go. This is the actions list. So I typed in transport, stop, save all recorded media. So what we're going to do now, wow, this is odd. It's kind of odd how it changed like that. Okay, so we're going to add, for one thing, let's remove this. Delete that. We're going to add something here. Stop, save all recorded media. We'll make it this one, stop. Okay, for one thing, this will be relative. Shoot, I can't remember. Okay, hold on. We'll just say okay for right now. Yes. Okay, close. So this dial is still working. Let's hit play and then hit stop. And where does it end up at? No, it ends up right back where the cursor was. But if it starts at the beginning, let's go back to the beginning. Okay, we're at the beginning. Let's record something just for a second. Let's give the keyboard a voice just for fun. Instruments, BBC. Okay. This is a very hefty program. Okay, now I'm not getting a MIDI note. Okay, options, preferences, MIDI devices. Reset all MIDI devices. Okay. Now we're talking. Okay, mixer. Okay, so keyboard is 3. Oh, it's not working. Okay, so let's map that. We're going to map this actions, show recent, or show action list. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to map track 3, the level. Volume, here we go. Oh, wow, track 40, 33, whatever. Oh. adjust track 3 volume. Okay, add. What we're going to do is this guy right here. MIDI outputs. MIDI. MIDI in. Reset. Okay. 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 Should be able to do this. Actions. Show action list. Adjust track volume. Set volume for, oh, here we go. Here we go. Adjust or set volume for track 3. Nice. Okay, add. Should work. There it is. Okay. Okay, so let's see if it works. Let's bring the mixer over here. Alright, now we're going to mess with the third, and yes, it does work. Okay, so now we can do all of them, but how important that is really. Let's do, so now we can adjust the level for. Oh yeah, that'll rattle you. Okay, so that's not what I'm wanting to do right now though. Okay, so actions. We at least got that programmed. So let's try recording. We were going to record something, so let's put the mixer back over to the right on the other monitor. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's hit record. Okay, so let's hit stop. And where did it go? Did it go back to the beginning, or did it? Where's the cursor? Yep, it did go back to the beginning. So that's exactly what we want. Okay, so it stopped and it saved and it went back to the beginning. So there's no reason to have a button that's back to the start that isn't part of the transport for stop when you're recording or playing. So even if it is recording or if it's playing, stop and save and go back to the beginning is still the same function. So let's keep that there. That's good. We don't have to keep these recordings, so let's undo. Oh my god, did I just add a track? Yes, I did. Undo, and then undo. Okay, we're good. Okay, so we are back at the beginning. Let's assign some of these buttons here. There's 5 of them. So let's say stop and delete all. Let's make one of them stop and delete all. So actions, show the action list. Delete all. Okay, so where is it? Stop and, or, no. Okay, here we go. Delete all recorded media. Save all recorded media. Transport. Toggle stop playback at end of loop. Okay, that's not what we want. Okay. Transport stop. Okay, that would just stop it, whether it was recording or playing, the cursor would stay in the same place. That's not what we want. So, delete all recorded media. We don't want to delete all recorded media. Transport start stop recording after 2 beats. project has options. Man, I don't know. Okay, so let's do this. Let's say transport stop deletes all recorded media. Okay, so let's get rid of this, delete, and then add one. And what we're gonna add, man, I don't even know. Let's add this. End. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's do an experiment to see if that works with overdubbing. Close. So we're gonna record a track with just my voice. Or let's record a track with just the keyboard, and then we'll put my voice on top of it. Stop. It does go back to the beginning. All right, it did go back to the beginning. Now I'm going to arm the vocal, disarm the, oh, can we arm them? Yep, we can arm them here. Okay, so let's arm the keyboard. Or no, we're going to turn the keyboard off. Okay, so now we're back at the beginning, so let's hit record. Hey, I'm singing, or I'm just talking. And you can hear both myself and the instrument. Now, when this ends, when we hit stop, is it going to delete both of them or just one of them? Stop. It saved both of them. So, okay. I did that wrong. Okay, so let's delete this. Remove items. Okay, we're going to go back to the beginning. Let's record again, and then when I hit the right click on this guy over here, it should delete just the one and not both. Hello, I'm back. You can hear everything. Hello. We're recording. We're recording now. It might work. It might not. You never know. Alright, so let's see if this does it. It got rid of my vocal, but it didn't get rid of the keyboard part. That's exactly what we wanted. So that's mapped correctly now. Okay, so, wow. And did it take the cursor back to the beginning? Yes, it did. Okay, so this is getting mapped exactly the way we want it. So let's make a split button. Alright, so here we go. Actions, show action list. Let's go up here to split. Split. Split items at cursor. Time grid. No. Split items at time selection. Split. Yeah, I want to split items all right. Done. Split. Where is the one that's just S? Here it is. Okay, that's what we want. So let's add. We're going to add split items here. All right. Hello. There we go. Wow, did that do anything? Okay. No. Is it going to work? Cancel. Split items at play cursor. Add. Okay. It's not going to work. Why does it say Control plus R? Let's remove S. S. Cancel. Okay, let's remove, delete S. Add. Okay, it should work. Control plus R. Why does it say that? Huh. Why does it think that this button is Control plus R? Yeah, sure. Okay, so that's split. So let's close that. And let's forward this a little bit. And let's hit that button and see if it splits it. It did split it. Now if we hit it, now if we go to undo, we wanted to make one of these undo. Or actually I already have an undo. It's right here. Undo is here. So let's undo. Oh wow, it undid two things. I don't know if I wanted to do that. I was going to make something redo. back to start. You don't even need that. I don't see a reason for. Oh, this was going to be redo. So let's go to actions, show action list. Let's say redo. There it is. Okay. So add, or let's say cancel. Let's actually go make this MIDI channel delete, add. We want to redo. So that would be this. Okay. Yeah. All right. So now, if we close, we can say redo. Okay, so that got rid of the vocal. Redo. Got that. Put the split back. Redo. I don't know why it's not. Maybe it's because I didn't have that action on there before. Okay, so, I'm not trying to save this file or anything. I'm just trying to map it. So, I need to be writing down what I'm doing here. So this saves and goes to the end. This is split. This is the mixer. I'm sorry, I gotta write this down. Yep, stop and save all. This is split, or stop and delete all. Split. And then, I don't really see a reason for back to start. I did think that, like, insert time signature change might be worthwhile using on one of these buttons, but maybe just pause, because we got quantize, click, which is the metronome. So let's turn that on and off. Let's see if it's already assigned. Show action list, metronome or click. Disable and enable metronome. Enable metronome. Okay, so let's add. Should be bam. Okay. Okay. Now, disable metronome. Okay, so let's add. Okay, it should be the same button. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Options. The key is already mapped to the action. Options, enable metronome. Let's do this. Let's go back to enable metronome. Okay, now we're gonna double click this and we're gonna say let's look at record. Record. There it is. Okay. Now we're going to double click this, special keys, relative 1. Okay, so let's go back. That's actually correct. So that prevents us from only having a quarter second worth of a recording when we hit record, because the button has 2 actions. This little record button right here. So let's go back into record. We were going to make it pause, stop, split, back to start, stop, save. We were going to add the metronome. So let's metronome. Enable metronome. Okay, so let's double click this and we're going to say absolute relative 1 and then hit OK. Now, that should allow us to do this. Add. Now we're going to say click and we're going to say relative 1. Okay. Man, I hope it works. Let's just say yes. Close. Okay, now we're going to go back to start. stop. Oh, it didn't go back to start. I have to come up with something for back to start. Alright, so metronome. Let's just play it and then turn the metronome on and off. You know what? Let's mute that track, go back to the beginning, play, and then turn the metronome on. You don't hear it. Nothing. Okay, so let's stop. Go back to actions list. Metronome on. Enable metronome. Enable metronome. Add. Okay. It should be click. Okay. Relative 1. Okay. Okay. Yes. So enable metronome. Alright, so close. So we can go back and we can play and we can hit click. We can actually go up here and adjust how loud that is. Hello? But it does not turn it off. So if we play it again, you can hear it, but if we click a second time, it does not turn it off. So we got to figure that out. Stop, and that does take it back to the beginning. Huh. Well, we were able to make this redo. Did we do that already? Actions. Show action list. Redo. Rio. Oh. There it is. Yeah, it's on here. Add. Redo. It's already on there. Why does it say relative 1? Maybe we should mess around with relative 2. Close. Okay, you know what? Let's do that. Let's mess with the click and say relative 2. Because there's 2 relative positions. But you know, record had more than 1 relative position. Okay, so that's kind of getting irritating, huh? Toggle metronome, maybe toggle mixer, toggle something. Toggle full multi-channel metering, toggle. Oh, there it is. Toggle metronome. Okay, you know, all right. So let's add, click. Okay, well that should have solved the whole thing. Okay, so hit OK. Yeah, we want to do that. So now let's go back out of here. Should work now. And let's go to okay, none of these have anything on them now. Okay, so that's good. Okay, so toggle metronome, that's correct. Close. Back to the beginning. Okay, so let's unmute this. We can bring the mixer up over here. Drag it over here so you guys can see it. Okay, so toggle metronome. We're going to actually play. Metronome off. Metronome back on. metronome off, metronome back on. Stop button works, and it goes back to the beginning because when I roll the wheel forward, it goes measure to measure for every click, or actually beat to beat for every click. Okay, so that's good. You know what? I don't know what I wanted to program the other ones to be. Maybe back to start for one of them. The mixer, back to start. I mean, I don't really guess I see a reason for that. Anyway, so this was my MIDI mapping quest for this Contour Express, and to get everything working right with these transport controls on this Novation Launch Key 88. So anybody who buys this Contour and wants to use it with Reaper, you know, it's great because I am actually able to use this jog wheel, and that's the only disadvantage I thought that this 88 key keyboard from Novation had, is that it didn't have a 360 unlimited jog wheel. And I did have everything mapped to these buttons, and I had them all labeled, and these are actually supposed to be drum pads, and they kept on sounding off with drums or the keyboard voice that I had assigned to the keys, and I couldn't figure out how to turn that off, but at the same time it was controlling the DAW controls, and I thought it was kind of interesting. I didn't care for that, so the only thing I really wanted was a jog wheel, and this happened to have 5 more buttons on it that were all MIDI mappable and assignable to actions in Reaper. So anybody that is a Reaper user, that is, you know, uses Windows on Reaper and with Novation and that sort of thing, I imagine there's a lot of people who use Reaper that use Novation products. It seems like they're the most popular MIDI controller, maybe aside from the Hammer 88 people. So anyway, this Contour thing, it's working out. It's slick, and it works really, really good, and I'm glad because the only disadvantage of this whole thing now that I think exists is the fact that these keys are not weighted. And I think that the rest of it's working out real good. So everybody, check into this product. It works. All right. Thanks very much, and you guys have a great day, great week, all that good stuff. Bye.